Everybody I know has been calling me up and asking me for my opinion on the Sean Strickland press conference. Um, and that's mainly because I have a mixed martial arts slash combat sports podcast, and I've had it for a long time with a good buddy of mine named Paul. It's called SWAT MMA. We interview fighters. We've had BKFC champs on, UFC fighters, Bellator fighters, PFL, King of the Cage, a whole litany of different folks on there. Been around for quite a while, and so apparently Sean Strickland, the UFC's current middleweight champion who defends his title tonight at UFC 296 in Canada, it's already started just a few minutes ago. In a few hours, he'll be walking down that road to the cage there. Apparently, he said some controversial things in his press conference that has just set the internet afire. And I decided we're going to watch it together, see what this man has to say. I'm quite familiar with Sean. He's a very unfiltered dude. I was familiar with him before he became champ. He's the kind of guy who's just going to say it like it is. He comes from a very colorful background. He was very, well, I guess he's talked about it publicly. He came from a very abusive household, very, very abusive household. He's made some bad decisions when he was younger. He's got his life straightened out. He's a very successful fighter, not now, but he's also extremely raw, and we'll simply say it like it is. And that's just not an act. He's not trying to get views. He's not trying to create a character for social media. This isn't Colby Covington. Okay, this isn't even Conor McGregor, who I think takes his natural personality and turns it up to 10 because the cameras are on. This is just Sean Strickland. And from everything I've ever heard or read from people who interact with him on a daily basis, what you see is what you get. This is how he is in real life, exactly how he comes across in these interviews and on social media as well. So we're about to peep this out here. All right, let's see what he has to say, and let's get a conversation going on in the comments as well. Okay, everybody? Let me pop this up here so we can see it. Where you at, Sean? There it is. All right, everybody, you ready? Let's go. Sean Strickland, let's see what he's got to say. This is about 6 minutes long or so. Let's see what happens here. We're going to be pausing and talking. Let's go.
So they let you into Canada.
Oh, this fucking guy. Yeah, man. Fucking here. It was actually really easy to get in here. Really easy. Yeah.
Sean, Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press. Well,
that guy was kind of an ass bag right off the get-go. So they let you into Canada. What does he say? A woman in every kitchen, a guy in every something. Sean Strickland 2024.
Welcome to Canada.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah.
Oh, it says a woman in every kitchen, a gun in every hand. Sean Strickland 2024. That's a dope shirt. That's funny. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The Canadian Press, man.
That's
Were
funny.
you a COVID bank account stealer too?
Ooh.
Were you on board with that?
Okay, he's going there. Wow. Okay, let's run this back. If you don't know, up in Canada, man, during the COVID lockdowns and subsequently with the trucker strike, revolution, whatever you want to call it up there, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, made a lot of shocking decisions, a lot of bank account seizures, a lot of things that, if you are a believer in freedom, were quite shocking to see the state do.
So they let you into Canada.
Oh, this fucking guy. Yeah, man. Fucking here. It was actually really easy to get in here. Really easy. Yeah.
Sean, Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press. Welcome to Canada.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, fucking the Canadian Press, man. Were you a COVID bank account stealer too? Were you on board with that?
No,
Are you left wing or right wing? Were you a Trudeau? We got one of the fucking commies with a press. We got to know where this man stands.
I like it. He's calling this guy. As soon as he hears he's from like a legitimate press organization and not from like, MMA Mania or something like that, he's coming right out with the politics. Where did you stand on Trudeau?
You non-biased?
I think I'll ask the questions here.
Oh, he thinks he'll ask. Oh, we fucking know. Maybe I
He said, I think I'll ask the questions here. What a dude.
commies with a press. We got to know where this man stands. Were you non-biased?
I think I'll ask the questions here.
Oh, he thinks he'll ask. Oh, we fucking know. Maybe I should just pass on this motherfucker. He's gonna go back. He's gonna go back and fucking give my bank account information to fucking Trudeau.
Oh.
Well, it's probably a good bank account. I wanted.
Well, it's probably a good bank account. What does that even mean? So Trudeau should raid it for money? You'd be thankful you're an American, Sean.
Fucking Trudeau.
Well, it's probably a good bank account.
Uh,
I wanted to ask you about
Not
what life has been like as a champion. I'm sure there have been a lot of pluses, but maybe a few minuses. You're in the public eye now. What has it been like in the short time since you've had the belt?
Oh man. Fucking guys, nothing changes, man. You go to Walmart, you get recognized more, but like, my bank account's a little bigger. I mean, it's a little bigger. It's not much bigger. It was a little bigger. I'm not gonna fucking retire after this one, win or lose, I'm not gonna go lay in a fucking bathtub with flower petals, but I don't know, man. It's like, do you guys think that you get a belt and like everything changes? Like, what do you think happens? Like, I get a belt and everything, like all of a sudden, like my dick's made of gold. Like, what do you guys think happens?
See, Sean, you just call it just like it is. Like I was saying, he ain't even going to play along with the, oh, well, everything's been great since I became champion. Just doors have been opened and everything's just been awesome, guys. He'll just keep it real.
Happens. I get like, what do you think? Nothing changes. I'm still the same asshole. I just have this metal. I'm sure it's not even gold. I just have a fucking metal gold plated belt in front of me.
Hey, Sean, over here. I saw you train with Johnny Eblin
Oh,
for this
he's
fight.
a Canadian.
That's right.
You're not a dirty liberal, though. I've known you for a while. You don't ruin our friendship. Are you a fucking liberal?
I'm not a liberal. No.
Okay.
I didn't vote for Trudeau. Johnny Eblin. What was it like getting to train with?
Wait, you say you're a liberal for Trudeau?
No. I said I was. I did not vote for Trudeau.
Oh, there we go. This guy's the fucking man. This not the guy. This guy's for the fucking opposition, man. Who gave this guy a fucking press badge?
Oh
And
my
like, you
God.
look at me and I'm an asshole. I'm making fun of this liberal fuck, Like, no offense, man. I mean, we I guess we need fucking liberals, kind of, maybe not. But you look at me and I say hard shit. Like, I make fun of my co-main event. I say hard shit. I'm like, oh, Sean, I'm not an asshole. I say everything. I'm just saying what you're thinking.
I did want to ask, you're in Toronto. Welcome.
Okay.
Glad you're here. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
You got like.
Okay, so it seems like he's asking every journalist that asks if he's part of the opposition, being the Liberals up in Canada or the Conservatives, I'm presuming, which is interesting. There's a lot. Canada's not as free as I once thought, and that my eyes are certainly opened after the pandemic and the Bitcoin incident with the truckers.
Fucking. Yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not gonna say.
And let me tell you
Yeah.
something right now. If a man says he's not going to say, like, if you ask a motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
Yeah.
So hey,
Sean, I'm glad you've had great experiences.
so this is
But-
what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure.
All right.
That's what it's got to be. It's got to be.
He said the enemy of Canada.
We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd.
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
Okay, so yeah, a few years ago, I don't remember exactly what it was, but a few years ago on social media, Sean shared something about how he would feel if he had a gay son, and he would be disappointed, I believe, which is the general gist of it. I don't recall it word for word. So this guy shows up to a press conference for UFC 297, and I guess it's fair game because Sean is sitting there asking him political questions too, but he obviously came loaded for bear with some shit from a few years ago dredged off of social media. But the thing about Sean is he's not going to run from that statement, whatever it was exactly that he said. I don't recall it off the top of my head, but we're about to find out here. But I do remember something about it, him just being like, he wasn't going to be happy if his son was gay. Okay.
Sort of gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd.
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and some would say.
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance
No,
to
are
interact with a more diverse?
are
crowd
you?
of-
Let me know. Are you gay?
Could I get an answer? To
Well, no, I'm asking. This is the part. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay.
I'm an ally of the community. Nobody should care. I mean, before we even go any further, the funny thing is about opinions is you're allowed to have them and they're not a crime. Like if you want to support this channel, go by the LVME.com. I sell bumper stickers that say that exactly, just like the old skateboarding is not a crime. So the opinions are not a crime. Sean's opinion isn't a crime. He's talking about what he would want in his own life. He would be personally disappointed if his son was gay. How is that bother anybody else? I bet there's Muslims that would be disappointed if their children were Christian. I bet there's atheists that would be disappointed if their children were Muslim. I bet there's all kinds of disappointments you face as a parent. There's nothing wrong with sharing them. It's his personal opinion about something. He's totally allowed to have it, and he's allowed to express it if he wishes to. Lord knows everybody else does. It doesn't necessarily mean that I agree or disagree with what he's saying. I haven't heard the whole thing, but by all means, he has a right to say it, and I get really tired of people trying to shut down that right. It's frustrating. I mean, let's
Can
go
I
on.
get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau, like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah, okay. All right. So Sean apparently came to this press conference wanting to call some of the Canadian press out on the actions of their prime minister, and perhaps he didn't get caught up in the press enough over there. I really didn't follow it enough, but he certainly seems to be on it here. And so he's approached with a reporter that's trying to get him with some gotcha shit on some gay shit he said 2 years ago about being disappointed and not being able to have grandkids apparently if his kid was gay. Ridiculous. And he tells him, why would you come at me with that question anyways? You're part of the problem, saying and then he says right afterwards, you're part of the people that elected Trudeau. That's the problem. I can already see where some people are going to try and spin this and say that that's him saying, like, oh, he's gay being part of the problem or whatever. No, he's saying you're part of the problem with that. Your liberal attitude is part of the problem. That's what's led to this bullshit with Trudeau, and you're trying to ignore that and talk about some bullshit. Fuck you. I like it.
And seize bank accounts. You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
I feel like that doesn't really answer the
coward.
question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said
Oh,
this past
God.
October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what and will know what they stand for. Are you?
This
still
guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not.
Okay, so Sean tells him, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you. And now this guy follows it up with a second question about this bullshit with the Bud Light shit. And look, it wasn't the trans community that pissed off Bud Light drinkers. It was Dylan Mulvaney, one guy, one dude who is a satirical character who's not even, I agree with Tim Pool in the fact that I don't think the man is actually trans. He's making a mockery of women and a mockery of trans people, and Bud Light teamed up with him, and a lot of people got pissed off about that. It wasn't that they said anything to do with supporting the movement as a whole. It was the one dude, the one POS that they hooked up with. That was the problem. But this guy's trying to label that as like, oh, so if you boycotted Bud Light, you're just against anybody who is trans, or what the fuck ever kind of nonsense they always try to fucking spin.
So hard on Bud Light in your next fight they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what and will know what they stand for. Are you?
This guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is,
okay, wow, I bet there's some I can see where you could play this another way, but to me, what he's saying here, it's not the trans, it's not the fact he said he's a supporter of the gay community, whatever that means, an ally of the community, or the fact he's bringing up trans people. He's talking about your liberal ideology is an infection that's fucking the world up. And in that aspect, he's got a valid point, because it has gone from acceptance. It's one thing, like, I don't care. I'm very libertarian. I don't care what you want to do with your body. I don't care. I don't care as long as you don't hurt anybody else doing it. Doesn't bother me. If you want me to call you whatever, I don't mind. I'm polite for the most part. Like, don't fuck with me. Don't cross me. Don't be disloyal. Don't screw me over. I'll be the greatest fucking nicest person around, man. Just don't fuck with me. Whatever. But don't tell me I have to do shit. Don't start telling me I'm racist if I don't, or I'm anti your community or whatever if I refuse to believe the same way you believe. That's crazy talk. And he's saying this, but they take it too far. They go so far as to now where it's, you've got young children making these life-altering decisions before they can even understand the ramifications of what they're doing. And then if you're against that, you're the problem. And that's insane to me. Like that's completely flip-flopped. And in Canada, it's terrible. I mean, have you seen the documentary, uh, what is it? Documentary, What is a Woman? Yeah. They talk a lot about Canada in there.
Infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Fucking chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being
Absolutely.
taught about, their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy.
That's what I was alluding to earlier. They take it too far. They take it, you take me, like I was trying to say earlier when I got sidetracked and kind of lost my point. I'm pretty accepting. I don't care what you want to do. Just don't start trying to force it on me, and certainly don't force it upon my children. And starting to try and talk about this type of thing in kindergarten classes, in first grade and second grade, these middle schools. Like, what are we even talking about this stuff in classrooms for? That's absurd. These are family matters. These are private family matters. That's it. And if you say that, somehow you're some sort of phobic. It's ridiculous.
You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there.
Oh boy,
asking these stupid fucking questions.
God
Sorry, I told the UFC I was being nicer. Lance, am I still good with this? Did I cross any lines? A little. What the fuck? I didn't say the F word. You just brought this fucking guy in here to piss me off.
So clearly the UFC talked to Sean, asked him to please watch what he said.
You just did, but just to follow up, I mean, Rick.
Did I say it?
You just did.
No, I didn't say it.
Right there, you did.
Different F word. Different word. Yeah. I'm trying to be good, man. I'm trying to be good.
He's a different F word. Not fuck, you moron. Don't say the other F word. That's funny.
Just to follow up, I mean, Rick.
Did I say it?
You just did.
No, I didn't say it.
Right there, you did.
Different F word. Different word. Yeah. I'm trying to be good, man. I'm trying to be good. I like the fucking gays. Here's the thing. I've never. You guys think I've ever shit on a gay man or shit on a gay woman? I don't fucking. I like the gays. It's fucking freedom. We still have it in America. We'll teach you about it. You guys don't have fucking freedom of speech. I'm surprised what I'm saying is probably gonna get fucking. I'm probably gonna get the fucking Canadian government to arrest me. So I don't give a fuck who you fuck. I don't give a fuck what you want to do in life. But.
We're just going to stop it right there for a minute. You think he's made it pretty clear. I'm sure what he's saying is going to get spun off into some kind of hate. He's saying right here, I don't have a problem with gay people. I don't care who you fuck. Just basically what I was saying earlier too. I don't care who you fuck. I don't care what you want to do to your own body either. I really don't. It's your body.
Don't fucking tell kids about it. Don't teach that shit in fucking school. Don't fucking push your agenda. Don't try to fuck.
Thank you. That's not asking too much. All you people that can't seem to understand what he's saying right there, you can't understand it. Why don't you then? How do you like it if you were in school and you're you and you're believing that this agenda being taught in schools and you think that's fine? Then how do you feel when religions come in and teach their agenda in schools? How would you feel if a bunch of super fucking right-wingy Christians came in and started preaching hellfire and brimstone in your school and telling all your kids they were going to go to hell? I bet you would be pretty damn upset about them coming in with their perfectly legal views and enforcing them on your children. You probably don't have a problem with them and their views as long as they keep it to themselves and don't hurt anybody else, right? But you don't want them in there feeding that shit to your kids, do you? Well, that's the same way they feel about your shit. And this stuff has gotten so far, I feel the religious comparison is adequate right now. The left-wing ideology in this country has gone so far, it has turned into a religion. It is treated like a religion to the extreme point that if you disagree with any of it, you're a heretic and worthy of being burned at the stake. Think about it.
Fucking brainwash people. Don't try to go past parents. Don't try to go up past all this shit and brainwash people. You fucking cuck.
And last thing, Australia last time, Canada this time. Where
Yeah, no,
where are they
fuck-
going to send you next? Where
Fuck,
do
at
you want
least
to go?
maybe a country with fucking freedom of speech. I want to
No.
talk to this fucking guy.
So where?
No.
What's your
fucking
number one
America,
country? Outside of
Vegas,
America.
bro. Like anywhere in America. Fucking A. I mean, I get.
I do like the fact he's got a smile on his face every time he's talking shit. I mean, look at him.
I like. Here's the thing about Canadians, guys. I love Canadians. I've never met a Canadian that I didn't like until today. You know, I've never. Every time I meet a Canadian, they love guns. They love fucking freedom. They like women. And I keep thinking, how come all these Canadians I know, how is Canada so fucked up when all
Oh
these
my God.
Canadians I meet are awesome? And I meet this fucking guy. And I just think there might be a lot more of these guys I don't know about.
Well, then. I can see why the uproar. I can see why everybody's tripping out over that because it's unusual for a major sports star to come right out and say a lot of that stuff. But I can't really say that I disagree with much of what he said. I mean, he's right. He's basically echoing what I said. He just says it in a lot crasser way, and he says it very maybe too vulgar, maybe too rough for some folks' ears. But is it really that crazy? I mean, be what you want to be, do what you want to do, sleep with who you want to sleep with. Just please don't shove that stuff down children, specifically my children, because everybody is somebody's kid. You know what I mean? And people are pretty damn sensitive when it comes to their children. So, on that regard, I'd love to know what you guys think. What do you think about my religion analogy? Is that too far? Do you think that that makes some sense? To me, it's gone so far that's what it is. It's like, I mean, take any religious zealotry, be it Christianity, Islam, Judaism, whatever, but take the extreme elements of it, okay? They still have bits of them that are good. Like the most extreme Christians still follow, say, like the base 10 commandments of the Bible, which are so quote unquote good that a lot of, like, for instance, our laws are basically based here in America on the Judaic 10 commandments. So, but that doesn't mean that they're still not extreme and have gone too far. And I think that's what's happened with the left. It's like you've got these elements that they're good. Like acceptance is good. Allowing people to be whatever it feels like they are inside on basically is a good idea. Being acceptant of different people is good. It's a wholesome thing. Being tolerant of those that are different than us is a good thing. The problem is when you take it too goddamn far and you turn everybody else that doesn't believe into you into a heretic and you turn yourself into a zealot. And that's what's happening all over the place. Let me know in the comments what you think. I thought that was a pretty interesting video. Sean Strickland is an interesting guy, and I wish him the best of luck in his championship fight tonight against Dricus du Plessis at UFC 297. We'll see what happens. Let me know. I'll talk to everybody later. If you like this video, consider giving the thumbs up. Maybe give me a subscription. See you on the next one, everybody. Peace.